What makes the music different? I get asked this question. I've been asked this question a ton of times over the years. And for a good part of that journey, I didn't really know the answer. I knew there was something going on with this energy that was coming through the music, but I really didn't know what makes the music difference. Why does it have an impact upon people? Why can it help us to shift and rise up above the static and noise of the modern day world and let go of those old belief structures that continue to hinder our progress in moving forward into being the exceptional expressions of life that we all are? Well, today I want to start a series kind of delving into these different aspects and what has really kind of unveiled itself over the last 20 years of being on this journey. As many of you know, I got connected to a gentleman by the name of Dr. Ronald Jones. He was a former top consultant to NASA, one of these guys with an extensive resume, had helped develop the MRI machine, and had been all kinds of different pathways and even some like really kind of suspicious government activity to do with energy and stuff. I mean, he's really an amazing character to get connected with. And he discovered energy coming through my music that could basically tune a person's energy field. Listen, we're beginning to learn more and more that we are so much more than what we experience through our senses. In the esoteric world, they've been talking about the aura, for example. There's Carillion photography and different types of technology where you can actually see this aura. Quantum physicists, or at least the ones I've been connected to, tend to label it as the biofield. But that biofield, this field of energy that surrounds each and every one of us, basically conducts this super biological wireless computer that we all are. And what happens when that energy field gets compromised, when that energy field gets put into a state of disharmony, we begin to experience vast amounts of stress. Our mind doesn't operate at the highest level possible. Our thoughts are scattered. All of a sudden, we come up with all these PTSD, ADD, ADHD, all these different aspects that impact how the mind and how we process information and how we move forward in our experience. Now, what Dr. Jones and his team were basically discovering was the 80,000 man-made chemicals in our air, food, and water, the vast amount of technology that we've all surrounded ourselves with is disrupting that field of energy, thereby compromising our physical strength, compromising how we operate and function in life, and most importantly, compromising how our mind, our consciousness operates. I love the analogy that you're a super biological wireless computer. You're the most advanced technology on the planet. You have a wireless connection to the field, the ultimate super internet, where all the information exists to overcome your challenges, heal your body, transcend the obstacles and the twists and turns that show up in all of our experiences, and ultimately, yes, to even fulfill our purpose and to make a positive, powerful difference in the world, and to learn how to recreate, shape, and shift matter and energy, and ultimately begin to change and shift the world that we live in. That's the potential. But what happens when that connection gets compromised is we don't operate at the level of which we were designed. And we begin to think that there's something wrong with us. I must be insufficient. I can't move forward in my life. I can tell you right now, you absolutely can. And the first step, which I learned almost 20 years ago, is that we need to be able to tune this beautiful field of energy and negate the negative effects of the 80,000 man-made chemicals in our air, food, and water, 5G, 4G, 3G, smart meters, Wi-Fi, all these different things that are beaming through this precious field of energy that have put it into a state of disharmony. And that's when I discovered that the music, when playing in the space, has the ability to tune the biofield, tune the aura, tune the computer, and eliminate the negative effects of these disruptors in our space. Now, why is that important? If anything I've learned 20 plus years being in this arena, but also a lifelong desire and curiosity to understand how life works, is that you are an expression of consciousness, whether you call it God, source energy, however you want to define it. Doesn't matter. Whatever word you apply just encapsulates just a little part of the awesomeness of who and what we are. But you are consciousness, and your consciousness creates your experience, creates your reality, creates your health, your vitality. And that's why we've been struggling for years and years trying to change life out there and not having the ability to do so. Because it is your consciousness, your energy, the beliefs that you hold about yourself, the beliefs that you hold about the world that we live in, that shape and shift our experience. And in order to begin to access that power, we must first begin to tune our energy. Now, I would love to say that this was part of my master plan, when I came here. Well, if it was, I certainly didn't remember that. And I remember sitting down with Doc. I was a skeptic. He had to do some rather compelling demonstrations with me to really begin to get me to sway. And even then, I still had troubles in realizing this energy that was coming through me and actually being projected out through the music, and how it could help people and how it could fit into what was happening in the world today. And I remember sitting down with Doc, and Doc was he was rather eccentric, and I asked him, Doc, why me? Why is this coming through? Why is this coming through the music? And he just looked at me and said, well, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, really? You're like one of those dudes with all these letters after your last name. You should be able to give me a better answer than that. And he said, I don't know. Somehow, some way, you found a way to access the field and to bring harmonizing frequencies through you and to project them out through the music. He said, I don't know how you did it. I don't know why. All I know is that it's there. And I would like to say I was satisfied with that answer, but I wasn't. I want to understand why. I want to understand, how does it all fit in? How can I bring it forward to help people in a powerful way? And so over the years, it's been revealed in downloads and insights and sessions and working through my own resistance to stepping into my gift, that things began to reveal itself. Things began to show up that pointed the way to why this is important and how it can impact and help you to create an extraordinary life, to transcend your challenges, to overcome any sort of disharmony you're experiencing in your body, you're experiencing in your relationships, perhaps maybe in the area of prosperity, maybe in the fulfillment of your purpose or your career, maybe in the aspects of how you connect spiritually in your belief systems, or the level of joy, happiness, and fulfillment that you live with in your life. So the first step, and I've been talking about this for years, it's the whole intention behind my Vibrational Success series, is about we have to tune the field. It's like the guitar. If I'm going to have any hope whatsoever of playing a halfway decent song, the instrument has to be in tune. And the same principle applies to you and me. So with that being said, I wanted to provide an opportunity to maybe play a little bit here, have an opportunity for you to breathe in the notes. And I want you to take it a step further. I want you to breathe into the place where you're experiencing disharmony in your life. So maybe perhaps you have a chronic back issue. I want you to imagine breathing in and out of your back. Maybe you have a sore knee. Imagine breathing the music into the knee. And maybe it's a facet of your life. Maybe you're having a challenge in relationship or whatever. Breathe into that space and just see what begins to arise for you. It's that simple. Amazing things can happen when we restore harmony to our body, mind, and spirit. We ultimately open up to the potential of playing more beautiful music throughout every facet of our lives, transcending our challenges, tapping into unknown power within us, and ultimately beginning to learn and discover that our energy, our consciousness, our state of being is what creates our external world and ultimately impacts every cell, fiber of our being. So I'd like you to take some nice deep breaths and be open to experiencing what can open for you when you restore harmony. So deep breaths, just breathe it in. Just take a nice deep breath. Just breathe in the notes. Letting go of any stress, any tension, any old beliefs that aren't in alignment with who you really are. Take another deep inhale. Breathe deeply. So just put your hand on your heart space if you're able to, and just take a deep breath. Open mouth, let it go. You are a beautiful instrument, an instrument of creation, an instrument of creation, of expression, an instrument of consciousness. And you have the ability to compose the life of your dreams, to shape and shift the world around you. And it's time for all of us to awaken to this innate ability, to activate it and to utilize it to begin to change and shape and shift our lives, to transcend the challenges and the blockages that have perhaps maybe prevented you from stepping into the full grandness of who and what you are, and ultimately to begin to utilize this energy to begin to shape and shift the world around us. The more I've delved in and to understand the mysteries of life, I realize that our consciousness, individually and also mass consciousness, has the ability to recreate the world around us. And I think it's time for us to become more conscious of that power and to begin to utilize it to really create some powerful, positive, uplifting changes in this world we live in. But hey, I am here to support you. Now you perhaps maybe get a little bit of better understanding as to why I play these little pieces of music and put them out on the channel. I invite you to hit that subscribe button to come back and tune in to the little pieces that can support you in restoring harmony to your body, your mind, your spirit, and help you to unlock that unlimited potential that's within you. But in order to really take that to the next level, where are you out of tune? Now, people always ask me the question, how do I know when I'm out of tune? Well, where's your biggest obstacle? Where's your biggest challenge that's out picturing on the movie screen of your life? There is your biggest opportunity for restoring harmony. There is the calling card from the universe saying, hey, you might want to take a look at this. And so I invite you to share in the comments below. Where are you out of tune? Where is it that you need some support? Maybe perhaps you need some confidence. Maybe you need to believe in yourself more. Perhaps maybe you need to open to more abundance. Perhaps maybe you need to improve your mental operation, your focus, your creativity, your memory, all these different aspects that make up this beautiful expression of who and what we are. Your true natural state is one of harmony. And it's time for all of us to tune the strings of our life expression so that ultimately we can bring our music, our self-expression out to a whole nother level of possibility, power, and infinite potential. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Make sure you check out the links below. There's a link to a free track of music. I invite you to download it. It's entitled The Journey. Breathe it in. Breathe in the notes daily. You find yourself struggling, breathe in those notes. I'll also put a link to the Vibrational Success Series, which is kind of like my first music series that addresses the environment and nulling void the things that are causing stress in your life so that you begin to open to more clarity, be able to perform at a higher level, and begin to move through life with a little more eloquence, a little more ease, and perhaps maybe even a little bit more fun and joy. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Do have a harmonious day. Take care.